Am I the AO for kicking my brother and his wife out of my house after they tried to redecorate my dead daughter's room while I was at work? This is still pretty fresh. I am absolutely foaming. For context, I am 38 female, lost my daughter 2 years ago in a car accident. She was only 14, and ever since that day, I have kept her room exactly as she left it. I don't go in there often, but just knowing that it's there untouched brings me comfort. It's like having a piece of her still with me. Our posters, our art supplies, our clothes, all of it is still there. I can't bring myself to change it. Now, fast forward to a few months ago, my brother, 34 male, and his new wife, 29 female, had some financial issues after blowing a ton of money on a ridiculous, extravagant wedding. They asked if they could stay with me while they saved up for a place. Even though I wasn't thrilled about it, I just agreed because, well, family, right? At first, things were fine until recently I noticed my sister in law making comments about how I shouldn't keep a shrine and it's time to move on. I ignored her because, frankly, it's none of her damn business how I grieve my child. My brother mostly stayed quiet, but I could tell she was getting into his ears. Anyway, I came home from work last week to a literal nightmare. I walked into my daughter's room and I kid you not, they are taking down all her posters, boxed up her stuffs, and had started repainting the walls. They had moved in a bunch of generic furniture, hung up new curtains, and were apparently turning it into a guest room. I lost it, screaming, crying the whole time. I asked them what the hell they were thinking, and their response, my sister-in-law had the nerve to tell me that they did it as a favor to help me move on because it was unhealthy for me to keep the room as it was. I was shaking with rage. I told them to pack their stuff and get the hell out of my house immediately. My brother tried to calm me down, saying they meant well and they were only trying to help me let go. He even tried to make me feel guilty by saying they had nowhere to go right now, as if that would make me suddenly forgive them for destroying the last piece of my daughter I had. I told them I didn't care. They had crossed an unforgivable line. Now, my whole family is divided. My parents think I overreacted and say I am being heartless for kicking them out. They keep saying they were just trying to help. They didn't mean any harm, and that I'm being so harsh because people grieve differently. They're even suggesting I apologize and let them move back in. Huh? My brother is still texting me, asking me to reconsider, saying they're in tough spots. But all I see when I look at him is betrayal. So am I the AO for kicking them out and refusing to even consider letting them back in after what they did? Kindly share your thoughts down in the comment section. My own thoughts. You are not the AO. In fact, this is very disrespectful. Even if it was not our dead daughter's room, it's disrespectful for somebody to, because she's your sister, because your family doesn't give you the right to just start redecorating house, painting the house without informing the owner of the house. You and your wife. So even if one of you don't have sense, the other person too does not have sense. Both of you married and you don't have sense together. One should be able to tell the other, this is not wise, right? Anyways, she's not the AO, and this is now extreme because now this is very emotional, and this is attached to her dead daughter. This is the only thing she sees to use to remember, and allow people to grieve the way they want to grieve. If you feel like it is a shrine to you, let it be a shrine to you. When you lost your own daughter, when you lose your own daughter, don't keep the room, destroy everything. Some people don't want to see, when they lose somebody, don't want to see anything to remind them of the person because it makes them weep and cry and just lose it. Why some people seeing something that is that reminds them of what they lost brings them, closer to the person and they feel that the person is around them again. So everybody with the way they grieve, and it's to me it's very disrespectful for the I'm not actually surprised for people like that to spend so much on their wedding, not even thinking about marriage. They are not really okay up there. What is your take? Can you share your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully? Your favorite girl again, Mara Davis, and I'll see you in my next Reddit thread.